Every song tells a story. Have you ever wondered how your favorite team got on the radio? Behind the Song explains the growth of newly releasing songs, from imagination to pen and paper to the microphone. So turn it up some and learn about the story each song wants to tell you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Behind the Song. I wanted to let today be another interview day, but unfortunately my guest couldn't make it, so I'm just going to talk for the both of us. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about co-writing. The song that we're going to talk about today, I would have never done myself if it wasn't for my co-writer. As you can tell, most of my songs are story songs, but this one stretches a little bit from that. Roy Webb, the real writer of this, texted me one day asking me if I wanted to work on something together. I told him sure and asked him what he wanted, and he told me what he wanted, kind of pretty much fed me like you do ChatGPT, and I cranked out a song. Of course, there is a lot of sending lines back and forth as you do when you're co-writing until you get it exactly the way you wanted it. But right now, let's listen to the final project, and then we'll discuss the importance of a co-writer. I walked miles and miles no man has ever seen. I've stood in the ruins of my shattered dreams. I've watched people I've relied on walk away. I've searched in the night for the hope of day. I've tried everything to ease the pain I feel. I'm trying to force this brokenness to heal. But you hear every prayer in my darkest time. You see every tear when no one knows I cry. You love me like a father 'cause you're Jesus. And you created all these broken pieces. I'm trying to live a lie that's too far gone. I've shut my eyes to things I knew were wrong. I've tried to leave sins that followed me around. But in the end I've only let you down. Even when I thought you left me like you should, you used me at my lowest for your good. 'Cause you hear every prayer in my darkest time. You see every tear when no one knows I cry. You love me like a father 'cause you're Jesus. And you created all these broken pieces. When people ask why I can laugh, I say my strength is His. 'Cause safe within your hands is where my real peace is. But you hear every prayer in my darkest time. You see every tear when no one knows I cry. You love me like a father 'cause you're Jesus. And you created all these broken pieces. I talked before about having a co-writer in my first episode, my melody writer, Tony Gross. Now, Nothing is more important than a good melody writer. You can write a song with a really good message, but they are the people that can make it be something that other people actually want to hear. Today, the takeaway of the day is what we're going to talk about first and be the majority of the discussion, which is build your team. Anything in the entertainment industry is not a one-man show. Whether it is movie, writing, songs, music, everything takes a good team. It only is going to happen successfully whenever you get with other people that are as good or better, a lot of times better than you. You need at least one person who thinks and writes like you, but you need a lot of other people that you know that are opposite of your style. These people can more fairly judge your work, and sometimes mixing the two worlds of music together makes some really, really cool stuff. You need a few competent musicians on the team, of course, competent, and a good tech person, especially in today's world with all of the mixing and everything being digital. You have got to have somebody that is good at tech and that can do it quickly. You also need somebody who does not know anything about music at all. These are the only people that can listen to the song as a whole without picking through every little nuance in every chord and every meter. They will be the true testers in whether someone is actually going to listen to this on the radio or not. And also, they're usually pretty dang honest. Now, another point, know your co-writer well. Not like creepy well, where like you know everything about them and you ask everything, but know a little bit about their backstory. There are certain topics that certain people will be more experienced in writing because they've been through it. They know what it's like. They've been there. Roy asked me if I had ever been through anything kind of like the theme of Pieces was letting on, and we started talking about it. We discussed some of the things that I've seen, some things I grew up with a little bit, and we really could see how things like that can affect the song. Some people are naturally good at writing anything, like they can kind of place themselves in a situation or in a person, but having that person that actually has been there, it just adds an air of authenticity to the work that trying to make it up it will never reach. Well, now you know the story behind the song. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and follow us for more stories and writer's tips. Do you have a co-writer now? Or maybe something that you've done with somebody, just playing around that you're pretty proud or fond of? Let us know about it in the comments. Be sure to be back next week for a more educational and a little bit of a different type of episode. And as always, never stop writing your stories behind songs.